Right, gamers and gamettes, I got my bag packed here. On sunny days where I've got the day to myself, I like to walk all the way through Boston, do a little bit of a gamer journey, hit the game shops, kind of see what's up, get myself some grub, get myself some bubble tea, some good stuff. I find myself walking pretty far, so I figured since I'm moving out of the city in, 2-3 weeks now, get a little bit of the journey catalog so I can look back at it years from now and reminisce on the days where I used to be able to spend a whole day walking just to go buy some stupid video games. So let's hit it, let's do it. It is a beautiful day out here. It's Juneteenth, very sunny, very nice here in Boston. You know, we only get like 2-3 months of nice weather. The World Cup's going on right now, so there's lots of cool foreigners all around. Start this first leg of the journey by taking the train over to the middle of the city, over to, well, I guess the corner of the city, but the real city over at State Street. So let's do it. Hell yeah. Here we go, parkour. Oh crap. They've been building this area over here the whole time that I've lived here. They built that building, but they haven't built anything else the whole way down. So, interesting stuff. Extremely short walk over here to the train station, Beachmont Station. You can see my building like right there. And then I just gotta go over here. So really convenient, airports are nearby. So planes overhead all day, but right over there in that direction is the ocean. So what can I say? I got the train to the city, I got the ocean, I got the planes. Not much to complain about, ha ha ha.
Suffolk Downs. Please take your personal belongings with you.
I'm thinking cut to Chinatown, get a bubble tea, straight to Counterintuitive, which is over a Brookline, and then kind of zigzag from there over to Harvard Ave to go to Replayed, which is my favorite store in the whole city, so let's do it. An unplanned stop at the new Uniqlo here in the last second. I changed my mind, had to get the Pikachu one, just more chill. I love chubby Pikachu, so I've been checking in at Uniqlo every time I walk by. There's one over on Newbury Street as well. It's a little bit further away, but this new store, they've been advertising this Pokemon thing, but they've never had the shirts, and today they finally did. So I guess we're starting our wallet loosening a little bit early today. Right, got my tea here in Chinatown. Walking by my favorite bakery. Good stuff. Now we're making our way over to the park to kind of cut across the city. The other thing that's right over near Chinatown is Tufts Medical Center, which is this whole area right here. It's actually a train stop and these giant buildings. And of course, that's where we've been doing the ultrasound. So there's been a lot of fun there recently. And it's just a really nice spot because it's, you know, right over here, right near the Common, right near bubble tea, right near all the good stuff. So. Looks like this hotel behind me here is all like blocked off. Tons of weird stuff happening with the World Cup. Lots of footballers and whatnot and fans all over the city. So it's a little interesting. You know, it was all walled off, and you can see they got barricades all over here, and they're stopping people from getting into the front door. So there must be somebody famous coming out. I don't know. Is it Messi? Does he play anymore? What year is it? All right, so we got Berkeley here behind me, and we're walking over to Fenway, and that's where we're gonna cut over west, a little bit further across the city. So, kind of going around now, doing a little weird thing here, but. So a fun fact about this area, this is kind of between Berkeley and Northeastern. And this is really close to the area my wife and I originally looked when we were moving to the city 3 years ago now. And you know, at the time we had the dog, and there's just not that much space out here. I mean, this is city, man. This is city sidewalks. So as much as I love it out here, and as nice as it would be to be right in the middle of the city proper, probably like, you know, 50% more expensive, and they had cockroaches in them, so not ideal. I believe this is called the Museum of Fine Art. I came here with my in-laws actually, and it's awesome. It's a great place to stop right here along the Green Line, and honestly some really cool stuff. We spent a couple hours here, and I wasn't bored, so it must be pretty cool. We are here on mile 4, not really feeling it yet. Got about 2 miles left, maybe a mile and a half until we get to the first shop, and then whatever we decide to do back until I tap out and take the train. So let's see what we can find. I'm excited to get some video games, some Legos. So let's talk about this first place. Counterintuitive is a newer store. I saw it on a YouTube video actually. It's a little bit out of the way of where I normally go, Replayed, which we're gonna cut over to next. Lots of stuff, very small store, but super packed with stuff. They've also got some VHS and some records. I guess they're like kind of an indie label for records. But they got a lot of good games, and to be honest, really good prices. I actually directly compared to Replay in the past, and while Replayed is like an old standard, you know, and they got a lot of everything. They've always got good stock. This place, if you can find stuff there, Counterintuitive, they'll really do you right. They'll, you know, charge some good prices, and you know, really cool place. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to film inside because it's kind of small, but we'll see what we can do. But you should come check it out either way. Alright, so that was Counterintuitive behind me. It's awesome, man. It's awesome. It's a small, like I said, it's a small little shop, and they just got great prices. I've been looking for a long time for a complete and boxed Turok, the first one for N64. Always been a huge Metroid Prime fan, and I kind of heard the DNA started there. This was labeled as bad box, and I'm going to be showing it on screen now. You know, it's got some tape on it and stuff, so it's not perfect, but for 45 bucks, it's not horrible, especially in the city. And it kind of looks fine. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm very particular about the condition of my games, but it looks pretty good. So in addition, I always look through the cheap games, and I found one that I saw online recently called Road Rash Jailbreak. Now, I've got the game on PlayStation. I love the Road Rash series. I'm not a huge fan of the PlayStation game, I won't lie. The other PlayStation, the traditional Road Rash, is much better than Jailbreak. But I saw a clip of this one online recently, and it looked really cool, very fast Mode 7 effects. I mean, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Road Rash. I really like the game, so we'll give it a try. I heard this is pretty all right, so not bad. Spent about half of what I want to spend today, and that's great because we've been to half the shops, so on to Replay. So right now we're in Brookline, or the Brookline area, I suppose. I don't know if we're actually in Brookline, but this is, if you can't tell, one of the nicest, most affluent areas of the whole city. And it kind of connects right up here to Alston, which is more of a college town. At least that's how I would describe it. It's where BU kind of is, and got lots of good stuff there, including, like I've mentioned, my favorite video game store, Replayed. So this is a beautiful area for a walk. Great place to spend your weekend if you want to, you know, get some good food and check out some stores and do some walking. Alright, so here's the question. I love video games. I also love food. It's been 6 miles. All I've eaten today is a bubble tea, which is barely eating, it's mostly drinking. Like I said, 6 miles. It's about 1 o'clock p.m. I feel like it's time to find some lunch. Now here at Brookline proper, Coolidge Corner, you can see one of my favorite record stores over there. We're not going in there today because we need the money for Juegos, but it used to be the site of the only GameStop in Boston proper, at least since the Prudential one closed down. But right, we made it to Harvard Ave. This is the last kind of major hub before we get to Replayed, and I don't know, I'm feeling like going for it. I think I'm gonna get some banchan Korean fried chicken, so. All right, so that was delightful. It's even hotter out here now. It's gotta have gone up maybe 5 degrees. Over here behind me is where I had, we did karaoke for my bachelor party, which was awesome. All right, so we're pulling up on Replayed here. I've done this walk so many times since I moved here. This is probably my most common walk. My cousin actually lived down this street really far at one point, and no longer, but doesn't stop me from coming down here to buy some video games, that's for sure. Gotta look for some Connect games for the wife. Hopefully some cheap ones for her girls' night this week, so we'll see how we do. All right, Replayed behind me here. Got some good stuff. Almost lost my hat here in the wind. I actually did lose it earlier, and a little kid in a kilt grabbed it for me, so we like them. We're glad they're here. So I got eSWAT, which I've been meaning to play. Been hearing good things about it. It's the Shinobi guys, if I remember correctly. They can do no wrong. I mean, it's kind of a cool looking game anyway. We'll see if it's any good. Got it for a good price. I think it was like 10 bucks. I got Connect Adventures for the wife. She wants it $3. I mean, that's what it's worth, you know, get those at dollar stores nowadays. And then finally, I was kind of trying to choose between eSWAT and this, but I ended up just going for both. I got DuckTales 2 on Game Boy. I recently played 1. I've got 1 on NES as well, and I guess 2 is more expensive on NES, but on Game Boy, DuckTales 1 was fantastic. I really liked it. So, you know, 36 bucks. It was not cheap, but I want to play it. So, love chatting with the dudes there. Good people. Great prices, decent prices, but you know, city video game shop, you get what you can get, man, especially in a city with as few as Boston. All right, I've decided that instead of retreading my ground, I'm gonna loop around to Cambridge and then go from there. Kind of a similar, little shorter walk, which I need. It's been about 9 miles now, but you know, going through Cambridge and heading home from there requires 2 transfers on the trains, which is just great, but you know, I don't want to retread any ground. We're exploring. Traffic, huh? All right, final stop of the day, Cheapo Records in Cambridge. let's see if we can blow some more money. I ended up getting a record called Scoop by Pete Townsend. Got this one on vinyl, but I really want to listen to it on my Walkman. It's really great. It's got some great demos on it from some good Who stuff. So $10, not great, but it is what it is. Gonna listen to this while I play some of these games.
How you gonna get out of work?